Good evening, everybody. Maria 2.0 here. Monday night. So we do what we do on Monday nights and we go live and we chat about different things. And I was so fortunate to be invited to be part of a judging panel for NABA on the weekend. And it got me thinking about judgment. And not competition judging, like I said, earlier in my introduction to tonight, but judgment. And hi, Wendy. So good to see you here. Hey, Intuit Activewear. Thanks for joining us. But I think judgment is such a broad topic, and I would love to get everybody's feedback and get a few people to jump on and have a chat in regards to maybe even some experiences, whether it was them doing the judging or them being judged. Thanks, Wendy. She said she wouldn't miss it. But so like I said, I was there on the weekend and judging, and I thought, that's what we do. We put ourselves through this to be judged. But, how bad is it that we do it to ourselves and we're worse than everybody else? And I find that a lot of people that I speak to actually feel like they have been judged by someone else, but that was just what they were telling themselves. They actually weren't being judged at all. So I want to know, if you guys have experienced that, being paranoid about judgment as well. Hi, Ben. Ben is my original ride or die PT that started my journey in Albury 3 years ago. But so he definitely did a big chunk of the work, and I really appreciate you, and I'm always grateful for you, Ben. So judgment. What are your thoughts on judgment? I have so many different angles I want to kind of try on tonight and see kind of how it fits. But I know that, like I said, so many people have been on the back end of judgment, and it's not a nice feeling. But I really I was thinking about it the other day, and it truly is like someone's judgment on you is a reflection of them, and kind of where they're at with themselves at that time. And it blows my mind that people think it's okay to just judge, and it blows my mind that we feel it's okay to do it, because we all do it. And I don't care who you are, you are a judger. But I can be a judge because I was a judge on the weekend. No, but really, judgment. Who's got something to kick us off for tonight that we can sort of explore? I know with myself, more so than judging others, it's me judging myself. I think people judge because they're jealous of you. You know what? You're 100% right. I have no argument to that. Do you want to jump on? Do you have pants on? I ask everyone that joins on the live if they have pants on and if they'd like to join and have a chat. Not sure if people are worried about their hair and all that kind of stuff. But, thanks. Thank you for that. Do you want to join me and have a chat? If not, that's okay too. But Wendy, you started the pants thing for the Monday Night Lives. We've got to make sure people are wearing pants before we go live with them. So yes, but in regards to people being jealous of you, and I really do think it is. It's just got out of the shower actually, so no pants on at the moment. See, lucky we are. So maybe if you put some pants on, let me know, and I would love to chat with you. But I think that a lot of people, it is a reflection of where they're at that time in their life. So instead of being offended by their judgments of you, you know, it's a real, it's actually an insight into them and where they're at that time. And if we look at it from a different angle, more empathetic angle, then definitely I'm not alone. Oh, okay, Wendy. You don't have any plans on tonight. You should know better by now that Monday night we need pants to be on. But if anyone would like to join and have a chat with me, I would love to chat with you. Um, Wendy, you were sharing something with me earlier. I'm not sure if you're up to sharing it um, with everybody else, but if you are, I'd love to hear from you in regards to, you know, how a judgment. Hey, Bunny, how are you? My nephew's just joined us. I'm so happy. I have a leopard skin robe on tonight. Would you like to share? Hang on, let's see. We'll invite Wendy and see if she comes on to join us. Let's see.
Hey, how you going?
Hey, how are ya?
Hey, I'm good. How's yourself?
Good. I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. I feel like a new woman. So, I was loving your weekend. I'm thinking, how good was that? That's awesome. I'm wrapped for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally
love
good.
it. It's such a privilege to be in that position, you know, in this sport that we love. So I was really, I just lapped it all up and I just enjoyed and appreciated everything that was presented on the weekend. It was just amazing, amazing.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
yeah, absolutely. Hey, everyone's joining. That's so good. So now I'm not sure you were sharing some stuff with me earlier. I'm not sure if you're ready to kind of put it out there or anything like that, but I think that if there's, you know, if there's things that you're comfortable to share, would love to hear it because you may inspire or help somebody else that's going through similar things because
Yeah,
like we've all been, you know, when it comes to relationships and stuff, been through that kind of stuff, and it's hard when it's right, like there in your home, in your, you know, in your safe space.
yeah. I think it is pertinent for me to speak out because I've drawn my strength off women who've been there before me. I'm not alone. It's half the battle is realizing that you're not. Um, but it's a funny thing. Strangers don't hurt us. It's the people we love that hurt us. And when you get judged every day for everything, what you say, what words you use, what you dress, what you eat, um, that's you starts to conflict with your own self because you can't be true to yourself if you're trying to live to someone else's standards and being constantly judged. It's oppressive, and I decided again through the strength of the women that I've surrounded myself self with in this IG community, I get a lot of positive support, and it's the other women's experiences and strengths that they share that I draw upon, and I hope that other women out there draw strength as well from my experience. So, in recognition of the judgment that was constantly clouding my everyday, I'd made some life changing decisions, and here I am today, happy and
Yeah,
with new hair.
love that.
Yeah.
Love that. And I just and I know that your sister is a very powerful woman that's guided you through a lot of this, and you're so lucky to have not only the IG community, but you know, like someone like your sister, literally your sister, being able
Oh,
to coach you through something that is like this, like the judgment that we cop from everywhere else. It can be like water off a duck's back. You know, they don't
Yeah.
know you. They're going through their own stuff. That's why they're doing it. They're miserable. They're jealous. They're this. They're that. But the judgment that you have, like I said, in a place that's supposed to be your safe space, whether it be
Mm.
with your own family, like I said, your loved ones, the ones that should encourage you to be your authentic self and celebrate you. Um,
Yeah.
you know, in all of it, I think is that's the key thing here. That's I think that's the judgment that hurts the most, or that we seek approval from these people because it's easier.
These are
Then
the same people we turn to for love and support. And when you get judged and derided and suppressed, it's debilitating, mentally and physically. Yeah.
yeah, you just it's like you're a shell. You're empty.
Yes. Yes.
Can you give
Yes.
us an example of something that you don't mind sharing that like
Okay.
that affected you? Like,
Oh, um, I was cutting up vegetables one day on the kitchen bench, and he was heating up pizza left over, and he screamed at me because why wouldn't I eat normal food like hamburgers and pizza? And when was I going to get off this fucking health food shit thing? And this is my lifestyle. I I have I had to fight every day to eat what I wanted to eat.
yeah, wow.
That's that was a pretty big one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, wow. Yeah, because you know what? The fact that you're actually doing something that's good for you,
Yeah.
and that was the thing that was being judged. That's a hard pill to swallow.
It certainly is, because I'd gotten to a point in my 50s where I was starting to break down, as you
Yeah,
do when you
yeah.
get older.
Nikki said
And
ouch. Yeah, you're right, Nikki. So ouch on all the levels.
yeah, yeah. And to have to fight to train every day, I'd get up at 4 o'clock in the morning so that I wouldn't annoy him while he was awake. And then it became, oh, I wake up in the morning and you're never there. And
Uh,
yeah, and it just became everything. And
yeah,
it was just a judgment on my lifestyle.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm processing that because that is such a huge thing. We have a question. What's today's subject? So today's subject, Vanity, is judgment. People judging you on how you look or what you do or how you dress, or and even us judging ourselves, Vanity, and on us judging people. It's all about that. But yeah, so yeah, we've got. Oh, I'm feeling you. I bet so many people can relate to this, especially kind of when you're trying to get healthy and everyone's like, oh, it's a fad, it's a phase, it's a this, it's a that, and it's really disheartening. It's really disheartening because for you to have made the decision to kind of clean your lifestyle up, to want to kind of pursue that, it would have been a big deal. It's not easy to do
Oh,
anyway, and
you
then
know, you know that only too well. Yeah.
it's not easy to do, and then you've got your people turn around and go, what are you doing that for? you
Mm.
know it's just easier to just continue life as we've always known it, but that life that we always knew was not, we weren't happy. There was always something missing. There was not, we weren't being ourselves. We were existing and living for other people, to please
Yeah.
other people, to look after other people, and we started believing their judgments, that we weren't good enough for that.
100%.
We didn't deserve that.
And
We don't deserve that better life or that healthier life or to look good or to feel good because we're not worthy.
yeah. Oh, look, even on occasionally, very occasionally, because I'm blessed to have a lot of positive support, but occasionally, somebody might notice that I'm a little bit older than the rest of, the community as a rule. Um, and and occasionally I get asked, what right do I have being this old to want to be a bodybuilder? Well,
You do not get that. Are you serious?
I get that very
Wow.
occasionally. Yeah. So,
Wow.
but I
Lucky, you
don't.
know what? They're lucky it's you and not me. Because I am staunchly, fiercely protective of me and my decisions and my exactly, Nikki, are you kidding? You know, and my choices for me and what I'm doing for me. So lucky that it was you and not me, because you would probably have said it in a really nice way, like to go fuck yourself. Who do you think you are
Yeah.
asking me that question?
Yeah, I mean, I love the word fuck. It has so many, you can use it as a verb, a noun, an adjective, as you say. It's a terrific word. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
people are more willing to take the effort to put you down than help prop you up and support. 100%. 100%. It is more entertaining and it is more distracting from your own shit when someone's down and out. When somebody is doing something and living their truth and being integrous to their commitment to themselves, keeping their word to themselves, and finally doing something, it highlights all of what's plaguing you, all the things that you're lacking that you would love to do that you can't do. And so it doesn't actually suit them to prop you up, it suits them to see you down and out. Like we all have
yeah,
friends that, if you're not having boyfriend dramas or this, that, the other, you know, and then all of a sudden you've got like a healthy relationship and things are going well, you're boring. Like you're not even
yeah, yeah,
entertaining.
yeah,
And
yeah,
this friendship you've had your whole life that you thought you would always have just dissipates.
yeah,
You know, like it's all too well. Like, you know, like it's all too common, I should say, all too common. But
yeah.
you would get that. You know, when a relationship breaks up, you see people's true colors. They all come out.
They do. Sadly, um, I've been really grateful though to be surrounded by strong women. I took You mentioned my sister earlier,
Yes.
and and I am grateful. She's a life coach, and my goodness, she held my hand from the day I went out on my own, and she supports me every day. I couldn't be without her, that's for
Good
sure.
on her. You know, I've never actually spoken to her, but I look at her content and I look at her comments on your things, and it's a true, like, I can tell. You know, you can just tell something about a person.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
you know, just by how they prop other women up or other people up or how they are. I,
absolutely,
I don't
yeah.
need to have an interaction with you. Again, I judge. See, I judged her. But in the complete opposite way. Like, as in, I saw the support that she was giving someone that was going through a tough time in their life, struggling, and it was not even like a second thought. She was just there for you, and it was just
Yeah,
beautiful. And that's what I love. That's what it's all about.
yes. She was there 100%. And then, women like yourself who show us, who share the story and show us there's a way, you can come out the other side, you can make your dreams come true. Look at you, you're fucking amazing. I
I'm on
love
my
you.
way. I'm on the home stretch of part one of my
You
journey. It's
you totally are, and I am so like I'm rooting for you all the way, every
and I
day.
know
I
you are.
look.
I feel it. I really do, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And like you said, this Instagram community has been amazing. And in just going to these shows and watching these amazing athletes on the weekend that just put everything, sacrificed everything to, and I just was so inspired by every single athlete that walked out on that stage. And I wanted everyone to win, but they did win just by making it, because
Oh,
it's hard. It is
yeah,
hard. So
yeah.
everyone was a winner in my eyes. But yeah, 16 weeks and counting now.
Woo! But there we have. There, see, now we turn to positive judgment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. You know, and then that's another like thing, like an angle, like you can see, like, so many people, like, I'll say, oh, she's so amazing, this, that, the other, and go, oh, no, she's a little bitch. Have you met her?
Yeah.
No, I haven't, but, like, well, I think she's amazing. But, because I think I feel really good about myself and where I'm at right now, the judgments that I have on others are positive. And if they're not positive, they're not negative either. They're just, I wonder what's going on for them right now. Like
Yeah.
I come from a place of question rather than I don't function from a place of judgment anymore. Like, I just try and just see them for who they are and know what's going on for them right now. And even if they've judged me, or I get, the silly like messages like that you said that you get, that, is that really real? Do you really eat food for fitness? Yes, I fucking do, 5 times a day, every day. but like, I'm not, but I get it, because you don't know who to believe and who not to believe. And we've just been shafted so many times, with what everyone's trying to do, because not everyone has your best interests at heart. Not all these people that are on here selling their stuff and whatever have your best interests at heart. So you don't know who to trust. And so you get
No.
paranoid. And so you start trying to kind of weed them out. And that's where you start judging. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't like that, so they must be this, or whatever. But I like to function from a place of question. I always question everything.
That's a very, very positive perspective to take, I must say.
Yeah, well, I've been through enough to, like, I learned it. I learned it a hard way. I've done a lot of work with my sister, who is we've both got powerful sisters, so we have that in common. And
Yeah.
she's an access to consciousness facilitator. And I absolutely loved working with her, because that level of enlightenment and just kind of functioning from an energetic level rather than, this level, like vibes. I'm all about the vibes, and learning to actually hone in on that, trust that, use that when making decisions, or when, like, when you're judging someone, what's come up for you? Why are you judging that person like that? What's come up for you? You got to question why you say that about somebody, and what comes up for you. I do that now. Like, I'll say, oh, hang on a minute, why did you say that? What's going on with you? Why do you see that? And a lot of times I'm projecting my own shit onto other people.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of it, a lot, I mean, I know myself, oh, she's got a big ass. Yeah, because that's my hang up.
I love it. That's it. So that's the thing. Like, everything, you know, you project your shit on other people. We all do it, but
Yeah.
I try and question it now, and try and kind of find why I've got it. Why did that come out now? What have you got to deal with, young lady? Because this isn't acceptable.
Yeah, it's a much healthier feeling, I think, to come from a place where you're talking about it's a little bit more two-dimensional and black and white down there.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. No, I'm
mm,
all about functioning from a level of frequency
yeah,
and vibes and all of that kind of stuff. I think everything's a lot more enjoyable, and a lot more, when you don't function from a place of judgment. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong. It is what it is. Like, obviously, there's things that are right, but, and things that are wrong, but in regards to the laws and morals and values and things like that. But, people's choices, that's their choices, and it's not right, it's not wrong, it's theirs. It's not
yeah.
yours.
So I'm very much a live and let live. Whatever pulls your chain, do whatever you like. I don't really give a shit. Um, I, I I don't think I'm a judgmental person. I'm sure I am in some things, but
We all get
yeah,
caught up in it, I think, whether
yeah, and I think that's part of our human nature. However, as you've pointed out too, there's positivity to that. So I think it's important to keep it in perspective. Yes, we all have an element of judgmentalness for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I love talking to you, Wendy, and keep doing what you're doing because you're winning every day. And it is actually inspiring people. And I'm no doubt, you know, someone will watch this and will just resonate with what you've had to share and what you're going through and will find strength in the fact that you made a choice and you're happy with your choice.
Yes.
And it's paying dividends for you because you get to be yourself.
Well, thank you very much. And even if we've entertained everyone for the last 10 minutes, I'm happy. Thank
Yeah,
you for
well,
having
happily
me
not.
on.
No, no, you're welcome. I can't wait to see you again and speak to you again soon.
Yes, we'll do. Okay. Bye-bye for now.
Bye. So if you're not following Wendy, I suggest you do so. Go and follow her and support her on her journey. She's just had to be really brave in order to be true to herself and to kind of do the things that she's dreaming of doing and not being not being crucified for it really every day with comments and things and barriers. But Nikki, you were there on the weekend, were you not? At the competition? Do you want to jump on and have a chat, Nikki? I'd love to hear how you went and kind of on your prep, how many people, no, wait, hang on, go live. Hang on, what we got here? Kathy's going to join us. Hang on. Oh, she declined. You asked to join us. Okay, awesome. So let's get you on, Nikki. Where are you? There you are, Nikki. Waiting for it to connect here. Hello.
Hey, how you going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, hang on. Can't hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me?
No.
No? Have you? All right. How are we going then?
There's no volume.
Oh, okay. Can everyone else hear me, or is it just Nikki that can't?
Hang on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah,
I'll take
awesome.
my
How
How
are
are
you?
you? Yeah, good, good.
How have you pulled
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, feeling much better today after the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
not tired or anything. Yesterday I was quite tired.
yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I had an awesome day and tried out a different federation. So
Yeah.
that was interesting. Yeah,
It's
I really
always
enjoyed
fun.
it.
It's always different. Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
You looked
yeah.
stunning.
Thank
You in
you.
red. You in red. Love it.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. A
Thank
million
you.
times. Wow. Um,
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, because
Mhm.
prepping for something like this, especially, as we're getting on in our years, even though you look like
Yeah.
you're 21, but um, did you find that, there was a lot of like snide like comments that were like passed off as jokes or those kind of like, did you get the vibe of being judged for doing that
Um,
for yourself?
Not really. I've been doing it. Well, this is my second year of competing.
Yep.
So mine has quite been the opposite, really. Like my husband's
Good.
been really supportive throughout it all, and maybe might say every now and then, "Oh, just have this or have that." But no, he's been so supportive. I've been really, really lucky. So
And that
yeah,
is
makes prep
so
so
good.
much easier.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
good. And did
yeah,
your husband actually, because it's quite common that I've found and that I've heard, did your husband ever get, like, a lot of times they don't come to you, they'll go to your partner and say, oh, what is she doing that for? Or, like, oh,
um,
isn't she a bit too muscular for you? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, I find a lot of the
yeah,
husbands cop it. Did he
yeah.
get any of that?
I don't know. I think because of where I've come from with medical reasons, I think people are more sort of impressed with how far
Oh,
I've come, with
wow.
where I've been. So
Can you
mine's been
share a
more,
bit of that?
yeah, pardon?
Can you share a
Oh,
bit
can I
more?
share? Yeah, I guess so. So I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis when I
I've
was
got MS
back in.
too.
Really?
Yes.
No. Yeah?
Yes, I've had
Oh,
it for 18 years now.
you're kidding. Oh, there you go. Wow. Yeah.
Yes. I love you already.
Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, I was diagnosed in 2011. You can
Wow.
go away, Ellie. I did really well for about probably 6 years, and I declined all medication because I couldn't cope with it. You know,
Yeah,
made me
yeah.
feel sick all the time.
It does. It
Then I had
does.
my,
Yeah.
it does, and I went, you know what? I'd rather just go day for day and just live life without it. Then I had my second child, and then when I
Yeah.
got to about 9 months, I just relapsed.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Um, to the point where the lesions were on my spinal cord, and I was getting told that I'd be in a wheelchair in too long, the way it was happening. So
Wow.
I decided that that wasn't good
It's
enough.
shit when they tell you that. It is the
You know,
worst thing to hear. And you're a
it's the
mum with
worst.
babies and you're just like, what the fuck are you saying to me?
I know. So I remember watching a story on 60 Minutes of another lady from Queensland, and
Yeah.
she went to Russia. So I said, that's
Themselves and
it.
stuff. Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
stem cells. So we
Yeah.
raised $80,000 in 3 months.
Yeah, wow.
I went to
Wow.
Russia by myself
Yeah.
and stayed in a Russian hospital for 30 days and had 5 rounds of chemotherapy, and they harvested my stem cells. They pretty much nearly kill you and then
Yeah.
reboot you
Then bring it
again.
back to
So,
life. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so ever since I came back, I was about 6 months when I first got home, and I started training. And I went, you know what? My neurologist said it won't work. It won't work. You're going to die. This and that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Um, and I went, nah, stuff you. I'm going to prove you wrong. And it took me a year and a half to get on that fucking stage.
Oh,
Um,
yes, girl.
and I think people,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I just get so, like, people just
Yeah, absolutely.
admire me for my story. And that was my
100%.
whole point. It was to say, screw you. Yeah, I won't stand for it. And, yeah, so that's why I've just loved competing now, and I love setting goals and smashing them, and I think my kids really admire me for that as well. So I think I'm
Absolutely.
setting
Absolutely.
standards.
What a
So yeah, that's
standard.
my story.
Wow. Wow. I love
Totally
this. I
different,
love that.
but that's my journey. So
Good on you. I am so proud of you. And you know what? I
yeah,
love that you didn't listen. You went with your gut and you just went and did what you needed to
what-
do
that's
for your
right.
family, for yourself, for your
Yeah,
family, for just for your life. You know, you
yeah,
fought for your life. You
100%.
made a decision for your life, and it's paying dividends now. And
Yeah,
I
I was
just,
only
it,
yeah.
it takes
Sorry.
balls to do it because you just
Yeah,
don't know. Because, like you
yeah.
said, you've got
We
your
don't.
neurologist, the ones that we go to for a
So you
guidance or
trust.
whatever, telling you no,
Yeah,
blah, 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 you're gonna die. You know, all of that stuff,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah,
it's a big thing to go
yeah.
against your doctor.
Well, doctor, well, that's right. Like, after relapsing for a good 7 months to the point where I lived on the lounge and I couldn't function, and you know, or just kept relapsing and more damage and more damage. I thought, what have I got to lose? You know, I die. But at the moment, I can't live.
That's
I can't
right.
live
You're
for my
not living.
baby.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I had a 15-month-old and a 5-year-old ready to start school, and I thought I was 33, and I thought I can't just sit on my hands and do nothing. So
Wow.
I up
Good
and
for
went.
you.
So
You know, I'm
yeah,
so fucking inspired right now. You have no idea. Like to the point that I've got fucking goosebumps everywhere. Like I love hearing your story
yeah.
because you know I was in a wheelchair. It did fucking put me on my ass. I was told I was going to
Really?
stay in that fucking thing. I was over 130
Wow.
kilos, and they were telling me,
Yeah,
get on this medicine, get on that medicine, do this. I'm like,
medicine.
no, no,
Do
no,
that.
no. Go fuck
No,
yourself.
this is
I'm doing
my
my own
life.
thing. And I
Yeah, yeah.
rehabbed myself back to this, you know,
Really?
and
You're
we know
kidding.
that we're on borrowed time, really, at the end of the
Oh,
day,
fuck
and we
yeah.
live every
And
fucking
yeah,
day like
you
it
need
is
to.
our last.
Yeah,
We're going to make the
yeah.
most of it with
And
our
you
families.
appreciate it.
We're going to show people or show the young, because it's a young person's disease generally. They usually get diagnosed around 21 years of age. So
I was
showing them,
28.
older women still going out there, killing it, doing everything that we want to do and living our life to the
Yeah,
fullest as mothers, as
yeah,
wives, all of that
yeah,
stuff. Because I know that when I
yeah.
got diagnosed, I thought my life was over. I was never going to
So
have a
did I.
career, never going to, achieve anything. I was going to be in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
again, I was watching a current affairs, but it wasn't about, stem cells or all of that. What I saw was a lady that was our age now. I think you're
Yeah,
younger than me, but our
yeah,
age now, and she was going in a nursing home. So they were trying to raise money to build young people's nursing homes.
yeah,
So it was
yeah.
more like,
It's
oh my God, I'm
sad.
going to be in a young person's
And
nursing home. That's where
yeah,
and I
and I
was
think
just,
they still are. Yeah,
yeah. And I just thought to myself, that's my life. And she was like, I think it was like 31
that's
at that
horrible. Hey?
point, and her
Yeah,
husband was trying to raise money for this nursing home so that young people with these
yeah, yeah, yeah.
diseases and whatever can actually be with other young
Yeah,
people. And
people. Yeah,
so that's actually wow.
exactly.
Wow,
Yeah,
you are a million
yeah.
times wow.
Yeah,
And
I
like I
just
said,
think.
seeing you now, watching you
Yeah.
and waiting for you to come back for your overall, like, love
I was
that.
waiting upstairs. I was upstairs waiting. No one come and got me. So yeah. But
Yeah.
I think my whole point to competing is I like to just put it out there that no matter what you're going through or whatever's holding you back, like just get out there and have a go. Like you can do
Absolutely.
it. You know what I mean? Anyone can do it. Anyone
Yes.
can get out there and compete.
If you want
Yeah.
it,
If you
it's
want it,
hard.
you
It's
can
not
make it.
easy, but
Oh
if you
no.
want it, you can do it. It is the
Yeah.
hardest fucking thing I've ever done in my
Yeah.
life.
It
You
takes
know,
dedication.
I've done a few transformation divisions, but to me, it wasn't like a thing. I'm 16 weeks out today for
Yeah.
next year, next season, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is it now. This is the home
Yeah. This
stretch
is it.
now,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you have just amped me up so much. I was telling everyone how flat I was today, how fatigued I
Yeah.
feel today,
Oh
how
really?
cardio
Yeah.
was just took everything
Out
to
of you.
talk myself into it. And now
Yeah.
I could go do another cardio session or a squat session now. I'm so pumped. Thank
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
so much,
No, you're all
guys.
right.
I'm actually glad that you, again, pointed out like that we're pointing out the positive sides of people's like
Yeah.
judgments and assumptions of you and
Yeah.
what you can actually, do and change people's perspectives about how they see certain things. And good, I
Yeah.
can't believe you raised 80 grand in 3 months. Like that
You
is
did.
fucking more than
I
effort.
couldn't believe it. When I first put it out on Facebook, I was nervous because not a lot of people knew I had MS. It wasn't the kind of thing that you kind of talked about because I didn't want
Yeah.
people's pity. I
Yeah.
never wanted
A
anyone to
lot of
pity
people go,
me.
oh my God, we didn't know you had MS.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, because
yeah.
I don't want
You
you to
can't you
go,
can't
oh,
see it.
she's cool, that MS chick's cool. I want to be like on my merits of what I've
Yeah,
achieved and what I'm doing.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I think, you
yeah,
know what? You know how many young women have, and they reach out and they see these
yeah,
things
yeah.
and you give
You,
them
I've
that hope
yeah,
and, oh,
yeah. I've had so many messages over the years about just wanting to chat about it and this and that and trying to
yeah,
ask for help and yeah. I think it's nice too because with MS there's not like a community where you can sit around and talk about your symptoms and just talk to someone that's going through the same kind of shit that you are and how they
yeah,
deal with it, how they cope with it because family don't get it.
no.
They can care and they can try and understand, but they don't get it. They don't know what it's like.
And you know what's
So
hard as well? I think
it's
there's not that community as well because no two people with MS are the
are the
same.
same.
They're
Yeah,
not
100%.
predictable in any way. It's
No.
just not the same. So it's like you could be like for many years I only had from my waist down was all my, on the
Mine
spinal
was
cord, whatever.
sensory.
That
Yeah,
was all it was. And then the
yeah,
last one, that's why I sound like a prepubescent boy. It lengthened my vocal cords and I couldn't swallow and I had to do a lot of work with speech
yeah,
therapists and I was doing all of
yeah,
that. And people are like, I get, well, you're on steroids because your voice
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
And
I
stuff like that. So it's
understand.
like, you have no fucking judgment.
Yeah,
You have
no,
no,
that's
how
right.
about you ask me, why do you
Yeah,
sound like that? I will tell you
yeah,
why. I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Don't give a shit. But
yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? So, but I never,
I get it.
you know, anyone that was trying to tell me about going blind or this, that, the other, because I met a few people that went
I
blind.
lost eyesight. Yeah,
Oh, wow, see? I'm just like,
that's how I
oh,
was
okay.
diagnosed.
I couldn't
Yeah,
really
I lost
relate
like
because,
20% of my eyesight. So
wow.
yeah, in one
Yeah.
eye. That was how I was diagnosed. I was pretty much nearly blind in that eye before my
Yeah.
GP said, get to Westmead Hospital right now.
Oh,
And then
wow.
within about 2 hours, I was diagnosed, and I'm like, what's MS? I only remember like the MS readathon, and then it was just like my life just went downhill. Like it was shit, eh?
So shit. So
It's
shit.
like, what the fuck? Like,
I remember
yeah, but
having
at
my
least
first ever
I knew.
anxiety attack being
Yeah,
diagnosed because, like I said, I just watched that bloody current affairs and I saw that lady and I thought, oh, that's what
yeah,
that lady had. Fuck, my
yeah,
life's over.
yeah, that's it.
And
Yeah,
I've never understood anyone with anxiety before, and I will
yeah,
never wish it on anyone because I thought I was
yeah.
going to die. I
Anxiety's
thought I couldn't
horrible,
breathe,
yeah.
whatever. And then they're like, no, you
Sort
just
of
got
brain.
anxiety. And I'm just like, oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know. And I would judge people that had anxiety as weak before, and
yeah.
I'm
No,
not,
but it's
I admit
not.
it
It's
back then.
horrible.
But that day
Yeah,
I had that episode, I
yeah,
never, ever judged
yeah,
anyone having
yeah.
anxiety ever
It's
again in my life.
terrible.
It is
Yeah,
shit.
it's really shit. And it can just come on for no reason as well. And it's like, holy crap. Like,
Yeah,
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 it's horrible.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would wake up from a beautiful sleep freaking out. From
freaking
not
out.
like out of nothing, nothing triggered it. There was no
Yeah,
nothing. It's just
yeah,
like your body just went, oh, hang on a minute. Remember,
yeah,
you just got told you
yeah,
had MS. Like, let's freak
yeah,
out now.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
do it all
yeah.
the time. I just struggled to breathe and like real short breaths and yeah, and it'd last for like a week or two, and to the point where you just wanted it to stop, and it just keeps going and going. It's really
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely. So, what's your
Yeah.
biggest challenges now with your MS?
Well, honestly, after having the treatment, I feel amazing. Like, there's no way I don't think I would have been able to compete at the way I was going.
Yeah,
No way in the world. But now it's only pretty much all the nerve damage that's been done. That's all
yeah,
that plays up. So,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
around that
yeah,
time of the month, or when I'm run down, like, my skin burns or my hair, like, feels
yeah,
tingly, or
yeah,
my eye might get a bit funny. And
yeah,
so
yeah.
but that's all that happens now. It's just all the old damage. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay. Well, that's good.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I always say
Yeah.
that if this is as bad as it gets for me, I am
Yeah.
pumped.
So what
I
have
am
you
pumped.
done to be better? Like diet, or what did you do?
Yeah, well, it was all food. It was all food.
Food. Yeah.
And I had a really traumatic, like with my ex-husband who also had MS, but he was fucked in a
Whoa.
wheelchair so bad. And I was
Shit.
wiping his ass for all these years, and then he still managed to have an affair and run off. Not
Oh
run,
my
but you know what I mean.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It is.
Sorry for
And then I
laughing.
thought to myself, no. It was the best, worst thing that had ever happened to me
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
thought, oh my goodness, I just got my life back. You just
Yeah.
gave
Yeah.
me
100%.
my life back.
You
Thank you
start
very much.
again.
But because of that
Yeah.
experience, I got 3 new lesions on my brain within 3
Shit.
months because of
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the stress
From all
and
the
whatever.
stress.
It was like, what just happened
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's the one that affected my throat and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Simon, what a
Bloody
prick, all right.
asshole.
And I
Yeah.
thought to myself, hang on a minute, like, and then I'm in a wheelchair and they're like, this is the trauma of shock because they come on really quickly. They could tell they were still fresh. They come on really quickly. And I thought, hang on, you bastard. This was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And this is what stress is toxic and whatever.
It
I needed
is.
to let it all go. And then
Yeah.
they said, look, this is as good as it's going to get for you. You just need to learn to live your best life to this quality that you have. And I turned around and I said, my daughter was 7 at that time, just about to turn 7. I said, no. So I sent my mum, I was living in Albury at the time, Albury Wodonga. So I sent her to my mum and I said, Mum, I didn't even tell my mum what was happening because I didn't want her to worry about it.
Worry about it, yeah.
And I said, I just need you to have Sia for a bit because I was on my own and I was in hospital. Like, just have her. I know you've got her.
Yeah.
Have her, and then I will deal with my shit here.
Yeah.
Home, no supports, no nothing at home, no whatever. And they were just like, oh, to do the rehab in the hospital, they were like, oh, you just take one step, and they're like, oh, if you're tired, sit down. I'm like, no, I need to rehab myself. And I had just been in the gym for 3 months and kind of found a rhythm and was feeling
Yeah.
strong and good and
Yeah.
empowered and all of that
Good
kind of
about yourself.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Yeah.
I know I need to continue on that path.
Yeah. Yeah.
But without the
100%.
stress of worrying
Yeah.
about what people are thinking of me, thinking, well, why is
Yeah.
this person better that he's run off with? Like, you know, like I was
Yeah.
worried about what people are thinking of me because the person he ran off with was
Nothing.
a known
Yeah.
drug addict. And they're thinking, how is that a better option than me and your daughter? Like,
Yeah. You know what?
so
He
I
did
thought, no,
you a
no, I had to
massive
let it
favour
go.
by the sound of it. Yeah.
And I just did. And I would go in with my wheelie walker into the gym and people were just like, you sure you should be here? And I'm like, yeah, this is exactly
Yeah.
where I need to be. And
Medicine. Yeah.
I fought through, you know, I just fought through the demons. It was almost like, and I
Yeah.
didn't take anything. I
Yeah.
didn't do anything
So you
different.
never
I
took
was
any of their drugs?
just,
Yeah.
they're poison in my eyes.
They
It's all
are. They
poison.
are.
So,
Yeah.
so toxic. So toxic.
100%. Yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to give myself a go. I'm going to trust myself to do this for myself. I was
Why
not in a
not?
position, like, and I was looking at the stem cells too in
Oh,
China,
Leah?
actually. I'd seen
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. Yeah.
again, in current affair. Like, I was doing my research and stuff as well.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm going to see what I can do for myself.
Yeah.
And so I just did it. And every day I just got better and better and better. And then I was losing the weight. Like I said, I was 130 plus kilos. And then I was losing the
Shit.
weight. And I got down to like
Wow.
below 100. And it was in the 90s. I was like,
Woo!
you're on fire. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
Go
and I guess it
you.
just amped me up so much. I
Yeah.
just going. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I want to compete. I want to do
Why
this.
not? Friggin'
I want
oh.
to do
Yeah.
this. And so, and
Yeah.
that's where it was. So in Oliver Brown eating chocolate with my cousin one day, you know, having a
Yeah.
coffee, and I was still about, you know, 100 kilos. I'm going to go to the Arnold's Classic
Yeah.
2021. 2021.
Wow.
I didn't even know what the Arnold's Classic was, but I'm going. I said, because all of the people in the gym that have
Yeah.
just come back from the Arnold's Classic are on
Yeah.
this high. They look
Hi.
amazing. They're doing these
Yeah.
photo shoots. They're happy because they've probably just
Yeah.
eaten their burgers.
Yeah.
Afterwards, you know, they're all happy. They're all, you know,
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
I want what they've got.
Yeah. And that's what it's like. You'll do it. You'll get there.
Oh,
Yeah.
16 weeks ago,
100%.
2021, and I was just like, it has to happen.
Woo!
I wrote it on a napkin. I wrote a contract to myself on the Oliver Brown
Yeah.
napkins in my car.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's it. I'm chasing my napkin.
awesome. Yeah, no, 100%. You deserve it.
Oh.
Get out there and fucking do it. Yeah, no, that's amazing. Good on you.
So thank you so much for sharing with us. And oh
That's
my
okay.
God, like
Yeah.
I would never have picked that you had any sort of condition, let alone neurological condition. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
You
there
have
you
just
go.
blown my mind. I am so, so inspired. And
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you so much for sharing, because it's not easy to share, but you know
It's
what?
not. Yeah.
People watch this and
Yeah.
they
If you
they
can
absorb
inspire
it.
one person, then, you know, your job's done. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
mate, you just inspired
Your
me.
work,
Like, this is
have
it.
a go.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So good, so good. Thank you so much. It was so
No
good
worries.
to talk to you.
You
And
too. You too.
keep doing what you're doing. And no
Yeah.
doubt we'll
You
chat again
too.
soon.
Yeah, 100%. I'll
Congratulations on your
continue
win
to
on the
follow you.
weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
No
Excellent.
worries. See
Thank
ya.
you. Catch you
Bye.
again. Bye. Bye.
Holy shit. Like, holy shit. I'm just so blown away on so many levels. Like, wow. And Amy, yeah, boss lady's like hard. Like, look at the cards that we were dealt, and we still are fighting every day and just making things happen. And wow, I have no words. Have no words. And I know you know all about my napkin, Wendy, because I shared that with you. And hi, Kylie. Kylie's here too. But yeah, so I don't even, like, we were talking about judgment, but now I'm just inspired and I don't want to talk about judgment because, like, I saw Nikki get up on that stage in this amazing red bikini. Go follow her if you don't follow her. If this doesn't come up, like if you're not watching it, you're watching it at a later time, and the chat doesn't come up, message me and I'll show you her Insta tag. But I saw her and she just was an empowered, confident woman having the time of her life up there, and she looked amazing and did everything that she needed to do to get up there and nail it, and she truly did. So yeah, Nikki, you're so awesome. Kylie, do you have pants on? Do you want to talk? I just want to talk to everyone now. I'm so inspired and I'm so in awe of everyone. Hang on. Simon, I know you love all things bodybuilding and you've had a lot of judgment come your way and you've got a story too. Do you want to share? Hang on. Are you in a position to have a chat, or I'm filling my face right now? Okay, well I'll ask. See if Simon wants to jump on and chat with us, because Simon he also competed on the weekend at Napa, and thanks Nikki, appreciate it. Yeah, let's set. I'll invite Simon, and if he accepts my invitation, then that's good, and if not, then that's okay too. So I'm not sure if he's able to talk right now, but yeah, so Simon was there. Simon has such an inspirational story also.
Hello.
Hey, look at you.
How you going?
What are you even doing? Are you working out?
I'm working out. I'm actually working out.
Of course
I'm
you
prepping
are.
for the next show. So let me just get somewhere where I can put you guys.
Yes.
So that way I can chat to you guys and keep working out at the same time.
Oh, wow. Multitasking, and they say men can't multitask. Then what a judgment.
Something wrong.
Have you?
Still there, so I. Alrighty.
So Simon, I want because it's gone from judgment now to inspiration. I was wondering if you would share your story
Yes.
with everybody that's watching and that will watch, because I met you through this journey, and I've met some of the most inspirational and amazing people on this journey. But tell everybody how kind of bodybuilding saved your life, pretty much.
Well, I've been on and off bodybuilding for a long time, for many years, and I gave it away. I decided I was going to. I got engaged, and I wanted to make my family happy, and my father. So I literally gave up my life to work on getting married and doing up houses and things like that. Was actually really successful in doing that, but at the same time, it came at the cost of my health and my body and all that sort of stuff. And I put on maybe 40 or 50 kilos. And in that time, the person had lost faith in me. And because when I met them, I sort of looked the way I do now. Probably not quite as good as what I do now. I wasn't competing, but I was in very good condition. And yeah, well, one day they just told me they weren't in love with me anymore. And I didn't think it was because of what I looked like at first, but I had a friend. I was actually at a friend's place maybe about a month earlier, and somebody came over that hadn't seen me for a while, and they said to me, as soon as they saw me, they actually were in shock and said, "What the F happened to you?" And I kind of just looked at them and go, "What do you mean what happened to me?" And they were like, "You used to be shredded, and you used to be this, and you used to be that." And that's when I was like, wow, like if that's what you're thinking, I wonder if that's what my partner was thinking. And I was like, nah, she wouldn't think that, but she actually was.
Wow.
And I just went through, it was like a living hell. I didn't want it to happen at first because I didn't really have anyone. I gave up my whole life for this one particular person, so I didn't really have many friends left anymore, and my support network was a lot smaller.
Yeah, when there's that judgment. Yeah.
So it really affected me. And it took a long time to get over maybe the start of this journey now in the last year or so is what's really inspired me and empowered me to come back and be the person that I really am. For a long time there, I was
there
really
a
lost
certain
and upset.
event, or was there something that triggered that though? Because you know, a lot of people have a certain moment or a certain something, or someone has a certain comment that they, you know, that's been said to them. There's like a defining moment where you're like, you know what? No, like I want to go back to that. That's where I was happy. That's where I was passionate. That's where I was.
It came because what happened was, so when I split up with this person, at that particular stage, I was heavily reliant on them financially, even though I'd had a big inheritance, like massive. And I'd put all of that money into what we were doing and into the houses. So I was kind of relying on that person's wage to get by at that stage. I just bought another property. So I had 200 and, I won't say exactly, but I had, say, $250,000 in cash. And I bought a property with it. I actually bought some acreage, you know. Pretty much cost me everything. The day on settlement, within the week, that person broke up with me, and I was just stuck. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do. So I started trying to do up the property and get it on the market, back on the market for sale, which did take some time, and I got lucky and I was able to do. Actually, some Greek guys came and bought it, a Greek man and his wife.
The bricks and mortar. We're all about the bricks and mortar, mate.
Yeah, so it wasn't on the market long, thank God. But there was a period there where I wasn't financial, and I was able to do it for a while, maybe 3 to 6 months. After 6 months, I actually became homeless. I kept working. I kept paying everything that I had to pay. I had my dogs sent away, which I've got one over there. I had to send them away to a kennel and pay their boarding fees. So I did all that sort of stuff while I stayed outside. I joined the gym just because it had a toilet and a shower, and that's how this started again. Like I actually went to the gym just because I had the toilet and the shower. And after about a week, I said to myself, why don't I start lifting weights? I've done this before. I've done transformations like this before. I'll just do it again. And I started going for it. And, you know, I remember watching people, there was like trainers there. It was a fitness first. And I remember trainers who were competing, maybe not quite at the level I'm at now, but, you know, they were competing and they would lift their abs in front of me and, you know, show me what they had, and were doing it on purpose. And I thought to myself,
wow.
Yeah, I thought, I'm just some fat guy like at the gym now. And that inspired me, actually. That was a bit of a trigger point for me when they were doing that, because I was like, is that all you have? That was my exact thing in my mind, because I'd come from a bodybuilding gym where people like Luke Shremby is a very well-known pro that's come out of. So I had people like that. Ivan Zaddy, he was ranked number 35 in the world at one stage. His cousin Jimmy. So I was surrounded with people in my gym beforehand that were on a level that was way past the people in fitness first. And that inspired me to make a comeback and start to do what I've done. And, you know, I got lucky the other day, as you can see. And
you didn't get lucky, you worked for that.
You know what, that's so true. And things have just been on the up. And, you know, I met people like yourself.
The biggest prize.
Exactly. Coach Amy, just things are just going really, really well. And I met them through good people. Like I met Amy through my other coach, which is Coach Jess Murphy. And she could see something in me, and she was like, you know, she was telling me that she wasn't the best coach, that Amy was better. And that's when I realized that people had the right, could see something in me and wanted me to do the right thing. So I contacted Amy. And
you know what? When their intentions are good, that is where she could just take your money, feed your shit, tell you shit, all of that kind of stuff. But she cared about you and where you were going, and she had your best intentions at heart. So she said, look, I may not be the best for you. I think this person is more suited to get you where I feel you can go. And I 100%. Love that. You got, mate, so much respect. So much respect.
100%. 100%. And I haven't forgotten who that person is. And I'm in the process of trying to do like team posing. So she does posing on a Saturday. It's usually about $20. Maybe you could come if you wanted to as well. It's $20
Always.
a person.
Never see too much posing practice.
100%. And when you're surrounded by other people that are like-minded, it's just amazing. So I'll be doing that regularly on a Saturday again. It's just with comp prep and everything else, I had to give it away. And as you can see, I'm still depleted. Like I'm starting to refeed and starting to rehydrate and just getting get back into the swing of things after this last crazy month. But it's been the best year of my life.
Oh, so good. I love to hear that. I love to hear that because some people had had such a tough time, and I love, because I've said that I've had a cracker of a year despite all this stuff that's going on in the world, that I will always look back on 2020 really fondly.
Yes.
Of the people that I've met, the things that I've done, you know, things that I'm going to do, and if all my variables have aligned this year, and I love that, and I love that.
It's a perfect way.
Good year.
It's a perfect way to end a decade and to start a new one, you know, because this last decade has been, you know, it was hard, but the last few years in the last year, me personally, I feel I've made a really strong comeback. And come New Year's Eve, I'm going to feel really good about myself. I'm not going to be sitting there going, I've wasted my time or I've wasted my year. Like, I've done so much with myself this year. And the same as you. You've done, like, the end of this decade is going to be the best night of your life as well. You're going to enjoy yourself come New Year's, because you can think back of all the things that you've accomplished, which is so much.
Kelly Brewer's just joined, and she is the NABA Miss Australia.
Yes, congratulations.
You are amazing.
She is amazing.
Wow, we have like NABA royalty in the house.
Well done, Kelly. You look incredible on stage the other day.
Sensational.
100%. I as soon as I saw her walking around, I was like, yeah, she's got it. 100%. You could see it. Well done.
I was saying, I'm like, oh, I love that color bikini. I think that's the color that I want to do. Like everything, you were just so on point.
You know what?
On point.
I have a bikini for you. Wait till you see this. Are you doing figure or are you doing what? We can get it changed. Okay. It's from Melbourne. It's from Amanda Doherty, which is Amanda Garrity. I won it a while ago at an auction, a really, really lovely auction for animals in the OSPCA back during the fires. I think it was about a year ago. It's perfect. Give me 1 sec. Let me show you.
Well, Wendy's saying mankini maybe for you. Mankini. Change it for you. She did look amazing, Nikki. She did, like you all did, like, wow, stunning.
This is $1,000 bikini.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
that's what they freaking cost.
Yeah. It's swore off crystals on it.
I know.
And 1 or 2 came off, so I need to sort that out. But I've got it here in purple. It's going to be easy for you guys.
Oh, wow.
This is beautiful.
Wendy said maybe turn it into a mankini.
No, I'm going to give it to you for your stage appearance.
Wow, this is
beautiful. A couple of the crystals have come off, but as far as I'm aware, I've got every single one of them.
Look,
and
I'm a dance mum, mate. I'm the bedazzling queen.
You're the bedazzling queen?
Oh, mate. A few missing crystals. Yeah, do it in my sleep. Yeah, they're so expensive. And you start looking at who's the bikini makers down there or whatever. And I would suggest that you don't do it online. You need to be fitted because, you know.
100%.
Our boobs are different to like the young girls' boobs these days.
100%. The only thing you may need to change is the straps, but it's beautiful. Like look at it shining, and this is not the best lighting here.
Wow.
So yeah, I want to see you in this on stage, and I've been saving it for something special. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but
I've got like 10 or 12% body fat to get down more before I can get into it.
we will make this work, and like I said, we can always get the straps redone. This will suit you if you're going to go to the
you are the best. Thank you. See, this is this journey, just people just propping everybody up, you know, and helping out where they can. And I love this. You know, they say it's a selfish sport, it's a shit community, but it's not.
No, it's
People
not.
just amazing, and I freaking love it. You know, I thought I had beautiful people in my life, and then things happen, and then they true colors come out, and the people that I've made in the past couple of years, ever since this happened, are some of the most closest, like dearest people to me, and the level of love that I have for these people is huge, absolutely huge. Even though they've only been, you know, in my life, and some of them I've never met. They're on Instagram, you know,
Yeah,
and like I would, you know, do what I could to help them or whatever. Like it's just unconditional, and I think because when you're going through something like this, you become your real authentic self. And
that's
so
right.
you know that they love you for who you actually really are, not for who you needed to be for everybody else. And so it's a different level of connection with people, you know,
100%.
and
Totally agree.
and you would know that, you know, you saw
Yeah,
it.
no, there's in this industry, lots of people come and go. So it's hard to find genuine people, but they are out there. And when you do find them, you will feel love, like more than your own friends and family. I find, unfortunately, that my friends and family are the ones that least support me on my journey and my business. And I've met people, like you said, I've got one particular guy on Instagram. I've never met him. He's on my Facebook as well, on my small account. And he was sending food and things like that just from Instagram because, I don't know, I think I was inspiring him. And that's, you know, and he's never asked for anything in return and won't take anything in return. And he's still following me to this day. And I always thank him for what he does for me and what he has done.
It's important.
And he tells me it's always just me, but it's not. Without him, there was times that I knew who I was talking to, but I'd never met them before. But it was really important to me, and I needed them, and they were there.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Like, you know, it is like Nikki saying, how good is that? It is the best, like literally the best, you know. And then like your family, my mum, and you know, I'd be nothing without my mum, and I say it quite openly and whatever. Like she's a true matriarch of this family, and she is amazing. But she said the other day, like, are you done yet? Like, what do you need to do this for? And I get where she's coming from. It wasn't
hmm
like a judgment thing. She was trying to understand why I need to do this, why I need to sacrifice so much, why I need to, you know, and then she's worried as well because I've got the MS. And as mothers, they're like, well, you know that, you know, things can happen overnight for you, and will you, if something does happen, will you look back and go, oh, I wish I had spent more time doing this or whatever instead of in the gym? And I'm like, no. I would actually look back and go, fuck, I'm so glad I did that. Thank
hundred
God I
percent.
did that while I could have done that, you know? Um,
They A lot of
yeah,
people don't understand the sport, especially the oldies. Like I've got Italian parents, and you know what? At first, and they're only just starting to come around now. They just never understood it. Were worried it
yeah,
wouldn't make any money. Thought I was wasting my life. But after how low I got, and it got to the point of being suicidal, um, you know, I'd lost my property. I'd lost a fair bit of money. I've gained a lot of things back, which is fantastic. But I'd lost a lot of stuff at one stage. So they were
yeah,
very worried about it. But I had to explain to them that I'd found happiness. Once they realized that I'd found happiness and this was my purpose, this is what truly makes me happy. I don't want to be, and I would point out some of their friends, I don't want to be like those people and be 70, 80 years old and not happy, you know, and looking back on maybe I should have done this or married to someone else because that's what they're doing. I said,
yeah.
I know I'm on the right purpose and this is what makes me happy. And if you genuinely care for me, you'll be happy for me. And they are. And it's just starting to flourish. But it has taken a long time to get the support off my family. But there's still a lot of family members that don't support
Once
what
they
I'm
start seeing success, that's when they jump on the bandwagon. But when you're
doing.
down and out and he's, you know, scratching the surface, and that's when they can't understand it. Wendy said, how old are oldies these days? Older than you, girlfriend, older than you. You're still so young. But
100%.
like I was trying to explain to my mother, there's another competitor. Do you know Alicia? She's got breast cancer. and
I think
I
so.
will. So it's Alicia's breast cancer journey, and
Right.
I've never met her, but I feel like I have.
Okay.
And I said to him, and it's terminal.
I
And I
saw
said,
that. Okay.
yes, I said to my mum, I said, this woman, this athlete, this mother, this wife, this woman, knowing that she is on borrowed time,
Yep.
still gave everything to
Yes.
achieve the things on her bucket list. Something like this, that a lot of people would go, well, wouldn't you want to do this, spend more time here, do that, whatever. She still, and I can't even begin to imagine the pride, the strength, everything that, this woman would be feeling to have just accomplished a season B now, like 2 competitions and tick off the bucket list. And I just said to Mum, I said, there's nothing, it's not selfish to chase dreams, whether you're a
Yes.
mother, whether you're a wife, it's not selfish.
No, it's not.
If you can incorporate that, and you're leaving a legacy, and I can guarantee, like, she's touched so many people in the world that maybe even like healthy, whatever, that just was sitting on their hands thinking, no, I can't do that. It's too late for me now, or it's, I'm too old, I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, I'm too this, I'm too that. Like, she's changed my life in the sense that I'm just like, bro, you gave it all knowing you're on borrowed time, and you've just, and the team that she's just rallied around her, everything was of envy, like in the most positive ways. And I'm just thinking to myself, yes, 7 kids, Wendy, and it is not fair. She's the most beautiful, humble, gorgeous woman. And and I just think that everyone needs to follow her too, because she's
Hopefully
just very inspiring.
everyone can say a little prayer for her tonight. It doesn't matter what religion you are or what you believe in. Just say a prayer to whatever God. It's probably the same God. We just have different names for him. And let's see if we can work a miracle for her.
Oh,
But to show you how good the sport is, that somebody knows that they're on borrowed time, that they only have this limited time left on this earth, and have everything they could do. They wanted to do bodybuilding, and that's what makes them happy. And it's only other people who are doing it who will understand that mentality of the sport.
It's not in vain.
It's not in vain.
She
No.
has changed lives by doing it. I'm sure she's inspired people to get into the gym
100%.
or to chase a dream or to do any of that.
Yep.
She's changing the world. She's leaving a legacy, and it's
100%.
beautiful.
I'm glad that you mentioned that sort of stuff, because like some of the posing that I did at NABA, people are looking going, wow, like why would you do things like that? If I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I've achieved what I wanted to do, and I am so happy. And I'm looking back, especially on that photo where I'm trying to pull Lee's pose. I'm glad I couldn't pull it as good as him. I'd actually pulled my arms down a lot further like the Karate Kid, because that's where I could feel my biceps. But seeing that photo and then seeing the NABA thing on the wall, which is this as well, I knew I did the right thing. And that was a tribute to Lee. And it was, as I said, it wasn't my most muscular, but if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I've accomplished what I set out to do so far. And I'm so grateful.
Your energy was electric. It was contagious. It just put a smile on everyone. You were up there. You were just having the time of your life. You were fighting for life. Like, it was.
I really was.
So good.
I actually thought at one stage, like when the NABA president, he was going, just like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. We're going to be, Mr. Australia is going to be. I thought everyone was in with a chance as far as I was concerned. So I was like, well, fuck, I've got to go for this. Like,
Yeah.
And I just gave it all I had and did the best that I could. I think they awarded the right person.
I was cheering for you, and it was hard because being at the judges, but I still cheered for everyone because I just thought, fucking, it was amazing. And I think even being in that position as a judge, I want to encourage as well. Like, I don't just want to give scores or do whatever. Like, I'm enjoying everything that's being
Perfect.
presented. You know, everyone went, you know, not you, hair and makeup and whatever, and
Yep.
all this time and effort and money and whatever, and I wanted to
Yes.
celebrate that with them. You know,
No,
I
that's
really,
awesome.
yeah.
Because a lot of time, effort, and money does go into it, and yeah, it was perfect. I think it was awarded to the right guy. He definitely looked the best. He was the biggest, and he travelled the furthest. So
It
was
was
perfect.
it was about meeting the criteria to a T. Who met
100%.
the thing? So anyone was actually in for that
Yes,
chat.
yeah.
So
I noticed some of the other boys, I don't know all names or anything like that, were a little bit intimidated by size. And hopefully I showed them I was the smallest. I had the least fucking chance, but I was right up there because I went for it. And
you had
I
just
hope
as
that
much
shows.
chance as anyone else because it
That's
was
right.
not on size. It was on
Exactly.
criteria and who met their best in class. So if you're
Yep.
best in class, bro, everyone had the same amount
A
of
a
opportunity
chance.
to get that. Hell yeah.
That's awesome because I guarantee you, as of next year, if any of those boys are in that lineup, doesn't matter which one, they know that they're in with a huge chance and they need to go for it while they can. Because if you get hit by a bus tomorrow, you don't want to be going, I should have really went for it. I should have maybe done that pose, but I was worried about what somebody else would think, you know? So just be professional, do whatever you can, and have a really good time. That's the only thing I suggest when you get up on stage.
You know what? And I think that is a perfect note to end this
Awesome.
amazing live. I just freaking love you guys, and I appreciate your time. I love everything that you've done this season and what you do for this sport and the passion that you have. It's so refreshing to see, and I cannot wait to see what 2021 and beyond holds for you, Simon. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
I
I can't wait to see
appreciate it.
I can't wait to
catch
see
up
what
with
you
you.
do. Yeah, you can always catch up with me because I obviously through Coach Fox, but I know that you're going to do extremely well come March at the Arnold's. We can all see it. People who have been in the industry and you're surrounded by the best. We can see that you have the
We got
look.
that napkin
You
to
have it.
chase, mate.
Yeah, there's going to be no excuses. You're going to be there. You've already got your bikini sorted now. You're going to look amazing.
I love you. Thank you so
And you're going there. You're not just going there to have a good time, Maria. You're going there for the win. And I think that you are in with a huge shot with the people that are surrounding you.
I'm not doing all of this to have a good experience.
100%.
I'm doing all of this to go and play
Good.
for the win. You know, people laugh, and that's fine. You can laugh, but you know, anyone that does anything like this is going to try and do their best, and whatever it is on the day, like. You know, if you're not the best on the day, you can respect that, but at least you know you went there fighting for that.
100%, 100%. And I can't wait to see you at your best. And the last advice I can give you before I jump off this live is you hear a lot of people saying, do it for yourself. Don't do it for yourself because you may let yourself down. Pick people in your family like Sia, your mum and dad, Amy, myself, Chewy, all the people that are rallying behind you now. They're the ones you're doing it for. And don't let us down. Just if you give it all you've got between now and then,
you know, like my sponsor, Food for Fitness, you know, that's a big deal to have someone feed a bodybuilder every single meal of your prep, you know, fully customized. And I am just so grateful to them for the belief that they have in me. So I'm doing it for them. Like it's well, 100%.
We can all see it in you, fam. Like we know you're out of everyone. You're the one that has the look. It's just supporting you and getting you to where you need to go. And you know we can feel it. You're going to take us with us. So I can't wait to see you. Eventually, you've got big shoes to fill. But like I said, because you're not going to let us down. You're not doing it yourself. You're doing it for all of us. But as long as you are at your best on your day, and I know you will be, you're in with a huge chance to win. And I can't wait to see what you do.
I can't wait to see me at my best too.
Can't wait. Have a lovely, blessed night, eh? All right. Take care of yourself. See you guys. Bye.
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 Bye. That was so awesome. You know, we started off, you know, talking about a different subject, and that's what I love about these lives, that we veer off and take it in different directions because of the chats. You never know what comes up in chats, and you never know what story you're going to hear and how you're going to be inspired. And I am so amped. Like, I am pumped now. I was feeling flat all day, to be honest with you, and I had to talk myself into cardio. I was in the front of the gym to get on a treadmill for half an hour, going, come on, all right, let's go. It's not that hard. Let's get it done. And now I could go and do another cardio session quite easily. I'm that amped and that inspired. So thank you, everybody, that joins me and participates. It's amazing, and you really are changing lives. So on that note, I bid you all a good night, and yeah, keep smashing it out, and whatever you want to do, just fucking do it.